Team New Zealand has reached a major milestone on the path to its defence of the America's Cup in Auckland in 2021. Attended by around 500 people at the syndicate headquarters on Auckland's Viaduct Harbour, the Cup holders officially launched their first boat. Our reporter Claire Wilson and camera operator Claire Eastham-Farrelly were there.
I name this yacht Te. May God bless everyone who sails on it.
A traditional christening for a boat that is anything but. Welcome rain fell as the champagne was cracked on Team New Zealand's new boat outside their Viaduct Harbour base this morning. The launch of the boat, which reclaimed the America's Cup in 2017, was held in the same conditions.
We wanted it to rain, and we get it right, it's raining.
For Chief Executive Grant Dalton, the launch is the product of 2 years' work by more than 100 people.
I mean, we've been living it from 6 different ideas literally on an A4 piece of paper sketched up by the guys to this point where we, came down to one concept, developed that into today. So to me, it's a step. It's an important step for sure.
Named Te Aihe, the Māori word for dolphin, the black boat splashed with red, white and grey is a 75-foot long monohull designed to foil above the water, and the first of its kind to be revealed. As the 4 challenging teams get set to launch their first AC-75s, Dalton knew all of them were watching very closely from near and far.
We don't have a mortgage on all the good ideas, and nor do they. And I think the teams over the years, in recent years, have kind of realised that just because they didn't think about it, it's not wrong, or not necessarily wrong. So when they start launching, we'll be monitoring them just as they're doing with us.
The launch, which included an impromptu speech from Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, revealed more than a year's worth of intensive design and build work. Head of the Kiwi Syndicate's design team, Dan Bernasconi, says Te Aihe is a state-of-the-art vessel, but not for long.
This is definitely a version 1. And there'll be a lot of things that we'll be trying to improve, as will everyone else. So, yeah, in 18 months' time, these boats are going to look pretty dated. But right now, it's the cutting edge.
Bernasconi says they're hoping to be out on the Waitemata Harbour by early next week, with the first few steps likely to be tentative in such a high-tech machine.
Accelerating sort of from 0 knots to 15 knots until we get foiling is probably almost the hardest thing in this boat. So we'll be waiting for a weather window. If we can get out really with very little breeze at all, almost no breeze, we'd be happy just to go out and go through the motions of getting the sails up, checking the systems and everything works.
The man charged with getting behind the wheel, Team New Zealand helmsman Peter Burling, can't wait to find out what the new boat is capable of.
It's going to be an amazing thing to get out there and put it through its paces, and it'll definitely be a little step up on speed than the last ones, especially when you put it around a course, but it'll be pretty incredible seeing it flying for the first time.
While also excited, team boss Grant Dalton admits those first few test runs will also cause a few nerves.
So it's not like a normal boat that you can go out and sort of plop around for a little while, check everything, da-da-da. This is a boat that when it's either in the water, stopped, or it's up and going. And there's not really a lot of grey in the middle, so when you pull the trigger, you better be ready.
He's optimistic they are, but having been the only team not to build a small-scale test boat, relying only on a highly advanced simulator till now, Dalton knows there's also still plenty of unknowns.
The decisions we made, I don't know whether I'm confident about them. And, there's so many things that are happening now that you won't know the answer of until March 2021 when we race in the America's Cup. And that's the game. You make decisions and you back them, and then you work like hell to try and make those decisions right, even if you think they might be wrong.
More of those decisions are imminent, with just a few months before Team New Zealand needs to begin building their second boat to be used in the Cup regatta. The first real action for this first version will come at World Series regattas in Europe and the US next year. Mō te hotaka o te hipō nei, ko Claire Wilson aho.